Greetings people, I'm Fox, and after a long skip of videos, because I can't really do any kind of fun videos that I should actually upload because, I don't know, I probably had something in life or I just didn't have the time to make videos. So anyway, now that I'm back, I'm actually going to make a somewhat not half-baked video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Savage and Ravage mod, which is actually a pretty interesting mod and I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about it. So first and foremost, we're going to take a look at the generation updates. As you can see, this is a new type of villager outpost. It looks much better than the other one and it looks more interesting. Other than the actual generation of these being also half-baked, because this is literally on a actually pretty good looking cave. It looks pretty nice, not gonna lie. So let's take a look at what's inside. As you can see, we can see some new stone, or well, yes, they are stone variants. We're going to be taking a look at how to get these and how to make these. Of course, how to get these are quite easy. You just go in here and start digging away. So yeah, that's one of the ways to get it. We also have some okay loot, as you can see. A few potted plants now, and an actually good spider staircase. Now, there's also some loot on the second floor, and on the third floor, if I can get up there, there we go, there's actually three chests, which all contain some of the enchanted books, some iron, wood, wheat, name tags, crossbows, and enchanted bottles. And also, it contains a campfire with a hay bale below it. One of the most interesting things, though, in the generation of these are not even, well, yes, of course, the building, but the enemies that can spawn here. Now, I can't see, yeah, I don't see any other enemies other than of course, the Pillagers, but I believe, well, I forgot what they're called, but there's actually no, not the Evokers. Um, yeah, I forgot the name of a certain Illager type. Give me a second, I'm going to find it in just a few seconds. Not the Ravager. I believe it should be the Evoker, isn't it? No, it's not the Evoker. Um, no, that's the Pillager. Damn, I actually forgot what it's called. I haven't played Minecraft really in a long time, so let's see. No. No. Ah, yeah, there we go. The Vindicators. So some of the Vindicators actually spawn in here, but I couldn't really find any other than because I actually came here twice. Once because I thought this was actually pretty bad generation. Second because I thought that why not? Savannah is pretty cool. So some of the executioners or freaking vindicators, sorry, can actually spawn in the outposts, and of course outside of the outposts. And I'm not sure that the other new mobs introduced in this mod, or some of the old ones, like of course, where did he go, Evoker, can actually spawn in here. Anyway, onto the blocks, items, and everything else. So first and foremost, oh, the mobs despawned. Damn it. So first and foremost, the first few blocks we actually found in the outpost is these. This is called the Gloomy Tiles. Quite a fitting name for a really dark tower, as in like, yeah, of course, dark wood, but you know, hopefully you get it. Anyway, it can be crafted with 8 chiseled stone bricks and a phantom membrane, using a crafting table of course, and this becomes a gloomy tiles. I'm not sure it actually gives 8, and apparently you can also use anything else. I did not notice that because Yay didn't actually show me. So yeah, you can actually use a lot of different types of stone bricks, so have fun with that. Anyway, we also have some interesting other types of these gloomy tiles. We have with the stone cutter or the crafting table, we have the chisel gloomy tiles. I'm going to show the craft for this. Of course, it's 2 gloomy tiles slabs. The stairs, which is, well, it's pretty understandable, is a stair. The gloomy tile walls makes sense, and the ruined gloomy tiles, which is actually not craftable, but I believe you can make these in the stone color, though it doesn't really show that I can actually do that, so I don't believe you can. But if I'm going to go quickly over to the outpost, you can actually see that there's someone here, which is good, because I believe this is there's actually only two of these tiles, or yeah, which is quite sad. But I mean, I don't know what you can actually use this for, like in building some kind of dungeon, mayhaps, anything else like that. And of course, lastly, you have slabs. Now, I had some mobs in here, but sadly they disappeared, so I have to put them in there back again. So this is actually not for really killing them, okay, killing the mobs, but rather showing them off. So I believe that the textures of said mobs, this is the executioner by the way, have actually changed by the time. I believe he had a giant scar on his face, he didn't have the mask on, and he had some different clothing, I believe. You can check out some older videos in the Savage and Ravage and maybe find some over there. So he looks really cool. I'm going to show you off, show this mob off at a village that I found not too far away. The next one is the Griefer, one of the most interesting mobs of this mod. So let's take a look at him. The Griefer also, I wanted to mention that these guys can only spawn in raids, I believe. And yes, they can spawn with banners on top of their head. So this is the Griefer. He also had a bit of a upgrade to him. You can actually see that he has a backpack here. He also has a pretty cool mask or bandana, rather a smaller mask, and a grin. He also has a TNT tied to his chest and some spores, which we're going to be taking a look at in a few seconds. He also has an armor of the mod, which is the Griefer armor, I believe. I'm going to shoot this guy off at the village and what he can actually do. The next one is the Isolager, which you might know from the 1.17 update poll, where you can actually vote for new mobs. So this is, of course, he's the Isolager. He's he basically looks like the one from the polls at the 1.17 thingy, and he looks cool. He has a nice cape. He also has some pretty cool and pretty interesting abilities. And what I actually forgot to mention, that I have killed... Oh, yeah, sorry, I took the spawn I got from here. So basically, I actually killed 5 of the executioners, and out of 5 kills, I got the Cleaver of Beheading drop, which is an interesting weapon we're going to be taking a look at a little bit further down the line. I also killed 5 Griefers, which gave me 23 creeper spores and 6 gunpowders, and also killed 5 ice soldiers, and he gave me a Wand of Freezing. Now the last one is the skeleton villager, which who could guess they're all out for villager blood, just like this creeper. Anyway, let's put this... What? Oh, it's a jockey. That's not what I expected to see. Okay, I guess he's burning now. Well, that was interesting. So basically, this is the skeleton villager. He's a skeleton of a villager. There's nothing really interesting to put out here, but you know, he looks like a skeleton villager. He also has a interesting drops, which is of course arrows, bones, and crossbows. Because not like the normal skeletons, he actually drops and shoots and uses crossbows, which is interesting to say. Okay, so another thing I did not expect from this mod, that basically, let me actually kill these guys then, or just, you know, going to do that. I know that the other mobs they spawn, but we took a look at them and it doesn't really matter. So you can actually spawn baby creepers is using the creeper spores. So this is actually a throwable item, and it's kind of like a lingering potion. It has a lingering effect. There we go. I believe it lingers about for 5 to 7 seconds. So if I throw this, you can see that there are some spores, and as you can see, little baby creepers spawn. And usually about 5 baby creepers spawn. Now, these guys will be actually painful to be dealt with because they're actually friendly for me because they think I'm their mother, kind of. And as you can see, there were some big creepers in here, and that's because they actually grow up, which one thing that I didn't know. And basically, these guys go after anything that is hostile for me, because if I throw another creeper spore somewhere, if there is, let's say, a skeleton villager, I can actually throw a spore and he goes after him. Or not. And then here's an executioner. Maybe if I hit him. There we go. So basically there are just mini creepers. That's all I have to say for this. And they also don't really destroy the terrain, which is good. It's a good thing, which is, I guess it's good. I say it's good because it's useful that they don't destroy the terrain, and they are actually pretty useful to little tiny creepers. Now, you have to be careful with them, and you don't really want to have a lot of small baby creepers around, because of course they will turn into big creepers, which is bad. Now I'm going to kill them all, which I will feel sad about. Anyway, okay, I'm going to keep these guys in here. So, let's take a look at what you can actually make with some of the creeper spores and some gold. So you might have seen these blocks, and you might have seen this armor in here. I'm going to be talking about how to get them. So first and foremost, you actually need 2 gold ingots and a few, which is 3 creeper spores, to create a blast-proof plating. Of course, this is a shapeless crafting, so you can just make one with one like this, but you know, it's on you how to make it. So you know, with this, you can actually create blast-proof plating, which will get you 12 blast-proof plates. And you can also use a stone cutter or just a crafting table to create blast-proof stairs and blast-proof slabs. Now with said blast-proof plates, you can actually create the griefer armor, which looks like this. It's pretty cool looking, and of course you will need the normal amount of certain items to craft these. So of course 5 blast-proof plating for a helmet, 8 for chest plate, 7 for a legging, and 4 for a boot. Now we also have some kind of interesting weapons here. So of course we have the cleaver of beheading and the wand of freezing, and also a bomb called spore bomb, which we're going to be taking a look at just in a second. Now I'm going to get the griefer helmet on, or the griefer set on, because this actually looks pretty cool. I look pretty cool. I also have some creeper heads on my shoulders, which is really interesting. Now, one of the most interesting things that this set actually provides is explosive damage reduction, which with the whole set should be 1% or +1 explosive damage reduction. We're going to be taking a look at how this actually works in just a few seconds. And of course, who could have guessed if I put some TNT here and just... Who could have guessed? It's blast-proof, but the bottom and the chest isn't. It actually will be a pretty interesting upgrade for some better chests that are actually blast-proof. Because of course, and maybe even buttons, because who knows? There may be a creeper in your redstone, and you don't want them to destroy stuff. So it's actually pretty useful. Now for some other things. I'm going to go into peaceful just because I don't want any mobs to spawn on me. I'm going to game mode survival to show off how the actual reduction of the blast damage works. So going to survival, and of course I know that I'm in survival and peaceful and I can regenerate health, but I wanted to show how you can actually use this. So of course the boots have a 0.2 blast reduction. Let's actually take a look at how much damage it deals. Hopefully it probably will kill me, so you know. That was not what I expected. Well, I guess that's interesting, the fact that you can actually take no damage near blast-proof items. I did not know of this now. Interesting. Also, I can get out now, so let me just... because I forgot to put letters in the middle, so there we go. I'm going to put that back. So let's actually do this a bit further away from, you know, some... Okay, Fox is smart. Destroy the button, and standing here. And... Huh. So it even provides... Okay, I'm just gonna throw this out then, because it may be actually something that it provides the blast reduction even in... Okay, I have no words right now. I'm not sure what happened, but I shouldn't be blast proof, should I? Maybe because it's a spore bombs? Who knows? I'm going to take this off now. Maybe let's try and put out the spore bombs. I don't know why I actually destroyed it before. Okay, yeah. Huh. That's interesting. Do I not take damage with... Huh. I'm smart. There we go. Oh. What is it? Pillager Outpost. Yeah, okay, so I actually didn't know that you can't take damage, explosive damage in survival or in peaceful mode, which is one interesting thing that I now have learned. Also, there's a lot of things scattered around. I'm probably not going to repeat these set tasks, but I mean, you can think about how this actually works and how blast reduction works. Anyway, now that I destroyed the absolute landscape of everything and I got my stuff back, we can actually go and try out what I really wanted to do. So let's see. First and foremost, I actually want to show the Cleaver of Beheading and the Bond of Freezing's use. I believe Cleaver of Beheading actually has a larger chance of dropping heads for a killed mob. It has, of course, any head, so like a zombie, a creeper, wither skeleton, anything like that. Now this can only be dropped by the executioner, who could have guessed, and it's mostly in a really used state, so you can use some type of mending, perhaps to just, you know, get the whole sword back to its normal regularity. We're not going to start and kill all of the mobs here, but you can trust my words, these actually probably do what I just said. Now for the Wand of Freezing. This is actually really interesting. If I look at just the ground for now, you can see that I can drop some kind of falling ice blocks, and it does have a cooldown like a ender pearl perhaps. Now for if I lock onto an enemy, it's going to be staying on top of him. I'm not sure if it will fall. Okay, yeah. Let's find this creeper then. Also has some really interesting sounds. Okay, there we go. As you saw, I actually dealt damage to this creeper right now, just because of the falling ice. And I killed him in about 3 falling ice blocks. You can also see that they take after damage after I put a large ice cube above them. Now, this is mostly because of an effect that is applied when you actually take damage from this ice, which doesn't really have a name, I believe. You just take damage straight up. So yeah, this is also used by the ice villager, and they can drop them. So let's take a look at what they can do to a village. So of course we have an iron golem here, and I'm just gonna spawn in some of the lesser enemies, or the more or just one enemy at a time. So first and foremost, let's start with the executioner. So the executioner, it's almost daytime, which should be good. The executioner is well, he's the executioner. He will wield the sword of the beheading sword, the cleaver of beheading, and go after villagers. Now it's a bit further away, so I'm just gonna spawn some villagers away, just right here. And let's see how he works. Let's see what he does. He's going after them. Of course, the villagers are a lot faster. And oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. He killed him in 2 swings. Nice job, buddy. It does deal a lot of damage. As you can see, it's a 7.5 attack damage, which is really huge compared to anything else. So yeah, he chases all the mobs, or mostly the villagers, down, and also it chases you down if you get too close to him. He's also going really, yeah, he's trying his best. Anyway, let's take a look at the Griefer. The Griefer is an interesting enemy because he actually throws spores of these baby creepers, and they go after. Oh, yeah, it's pretty strong. They mostly go after villagers, and of course the villagers will run away from the baby creepers. Makes sense. And they also go for the iron golems, such as the executioner will go after him. So yeah, if I spawn another griefer here with a banner, which is really interesting, he will be killed apparently, and the baby creepers will explode and just lock onto the iron golem. Now let's spawn some more. That's the executioners. Let's spawn some villagers. And let's spawn an isologist now. He can actually use his magic to freeze enemies in place, which is pretty interesting. And of course, put a giant ice cube on top of them. As you can see, they can really wreak havoc in a whole raid. As for the skeleton villagers, they are just basically skeletons, except with a crossbow. That's basically all. They are almost like pillagers, and there's nothing really else to them. I'm going to put down some more into the water. As you can see, they also have a pretty good targeting. They interestingly are almost like pillagers, and they won't really shoot each other if someone shoots the other, unlike skeletons. Anyway, now that I completely destroyed this village, let's probably start a raid now. Wouldn't it be fun? Also, I wanted to mention that the isolager and the skeleton villager, of course, they can only spawn at night. Even the isolager, which is interesting, and he can mostly spawn in icy or snowy biomes, such as the snowy tundras or the some other snowy or icy biomes. Anyway, I'm going to probably give myself the effect. Slash effect, give me Minecraft. What was it called? It's not Hero of the Village. That's what you get after doing it. I'm going to quickly look through it. It's regeneration, nausea, levitation. No. Bad Omen, that's the one. There we go. And now we have started a raid. Whoa, how fun. So, interestingly, one of the new things that the mod adds, that the villagers will actually ring the bell, knowing that there are going to be some raiders. That's interesting. Only one raider for now. Wonder where he is. There's a baby villager. Wonder where this guy is. It may be the executioner. Let's try to kill the executioner for now. Yes, it is the executioner. Ah, good to know. Okay, so he also dropped some emeralds, which is interesting and of course good to know. Here comes the new squad. As you can see, there's a griefer and there's 4 pillagers in them. So this is really going to wreak havoc. Griefers are really strong in any type of situation. Of course, they can't really destroy anything, any terrain with their abilities, but you know, it's pretty good. They're pretty strong. Come here, buddy, come here. I also believe that they have a made the pillagers abilities, like as in of course remade, as in like they made it better. Of course, yeah, they just made the pillagers a bit more smarter, I'd say. Let's see, where's the next wave? I'm going to be just looking at these. There's the next one. Let's see what they got. So there's an executioner now and a vindicator. So yeah, basically this is a pretty good wave, I'd say. Now we're not going to go through a full raid because of course there's a lot levels of raids and different levels, such as I believe tier 3 is the max for the whole level or the whole raids, but I don't really want to look at all of them. So I'm going to leave this to your in this for you to check out, and I'm going to go back to the outpost, so they don't really have to suffer anymore. So yeah, that has been the Savage and Ravage update. Yes. Sorry, my brain is really shutting down at the end of videos sometimes. Anyway, this was the Savage and Ravage mod for Minecraft. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if the update for escaping around parasites will ever come out, I'm going to make an updated video about it, and of course include of the comments that some of the people, yeah, a lot of people actually left on the escaping around parasite video due to me not understanding most of the mobs, and I didn't really go in there with full knowledge, and I was going in pretty blind because I didn't really read the CurseForge page. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped in any sort of way, and well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.